Hi, this is Brenda. Let's make a craft. I thought it would be fun to do something called watercolor silhouette. So part of what I already did is first I went online and I found a cool picture of an elephant. You could choose any animal that you would like. And then I used a pair of scissors. Because you could use scissors or an X-Acto knife, but X-Acto knives are really sharp. So I just went ahead and used scissors and I cut the whole thing out. And I put cut out piece aside, and then I had cut in right here, so I taped that closed so it doesn't move around. And I have a silhouette of the elephant. And then I took the elephant and I put it on a white piece of paper. This just happens to be computer paper. You can use any type of white paper. You could even use white construction paper, but I only had white computer paper on hand. So I I traced the elephant with a pencil, and then you can see that. And then I have the trace of the elephant on the paper, the white paper. And then all you need is watercolor paintbrushes. And what we're going to do first is we're going to use a brush and we're going to wet, tracing the elephant with our wet paintbrush all around the elephant. You're not going to get the elephant wet, just the outside of the elephant with water. That is going to allow you to, when you use the paint, it'll stay on the outside of the elephant. Okay, so I'm going to finish brushing just water onto my white piece of paper, tracing around the elephant. Tracing around it. Make sure you get all of it. If you missed a spot, go back and get it. One good way to see if you missed a spot, you can kind of hold your paper up and you'll see places that look drier than the rest. Just go back over those real quick. Once we're done with that, we're going to put using wet paint. I'm using paint. We're going to wet the paint, the watercolor paint, with a wet paintbrush. And then you're going to touch your paintbrush to the paper, and it's going to spread just to the wet area. I'm going to go ahead and do a little brushing as well. How long you touch the paintbrush to the wet part, see how it's spreading out a little bit, and then because you outlined it in water, it keeps the water from going into the inside of the elephant, so it creates that silhouette effect. So here is the elephant completely traced, so you can see the silhouette. I just kept that with blue. Over on this side I started to do some purple and see what that would look like. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish this, incorporating some different colors around it. So the barrier of water was on the outside but not the inside definitely helped keep the silhouette intact so you can see it without the water spreading over to the other side. So here we go. Here is my finished elephant silhouette and the different colors of watercolor paint that I used. You could use one if you want it, or two, or you could even use more if you wanted to. And what I did at the end, I happen to have some white watercolor paint, so I just took some of it and I touched up areas where I actually had some bleed from the other colors of paint inside, where it had gone into the inside. So I used the white. You could use a white pencil, probably a white crayon would work. I had white watercolor paint, so I used that to cover up the bleed that had come in from the outside of the watercolors. So now I'm just going to let this dry And then I'm going to hang it up somewhere and share it with my friends and my family.